Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves in the energy world lately, the Bay du Nord project. But before you think this is just another oil project, hold on. What makes this really interesting is that it's not just about drilling for oil, it's a massive, multi-billion-dollar endeavor that's reshaping how we think about offshore development, local economies, and even global geopolitics. Personally, I think this project is a fascinating case study in how energy projects can be structured to benefit not just corporations, but entire communities and even nations. So, what's the big deal? Well, Bay du Nord is located about 500 kilometers off the coast of Newfoundland and Labrador, in waters that are between 600 and 1,170 meters deep. That's deep. And it's not just the depth that's impressive, the project is expected to tap into over 400 million barrels of oil reserves in its initial phase. But here's where it gets really intriguing, this isn't just a drill and extract operation. The project is co-owned by Equinor and BP, and it's being developed with an unprecedented level of collaboration between the private sector, provincial government, and even the federal government of Canada. One thing that immediately stands out is the Life of Field Benefits Agreement. This isn't your typical energy project where the local community gets a few jobs during construction and then is left to deal with the aftermath. No, this agreement ensures that the benefits, we are talking 31 million person-hours of work over 25 years, continue throughout the entire life of the project. And it's not just about jobs, it's about building local capacity. For example, 95% of the subsea components will be fabricated right there in the province. That's huge. It's not just about extracting resources, it's about building an industry. What many people don't realize is that this project is also a test case for how energy development can align with broader societal goals. There's a $100 million commitment to research and development, targets for employing apprentices, and even a comprehensive gender equity, diversity, and inclusion plan. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just an oil project, it's a blueprint for how resource extraction can be done responsibly and inclusively. Now, let's talk money. The project is expected to generate up to $6.4 billion in royalties for the province in its first phase alone. And the provincial government even has the option to take up to 10% equity ownership. That's a level of financial involvement that's pretty rare in these kinds of projects. But here's the kicker. The federal government has agreed to cover up to $1 billion in fees under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS. Why? Because Bay du Nord is Canada's first offshore oil project outside its exclusive economic zone. This raises a deeper question, is Canada positioning itself as a global leader in deepwater energy development? I think it might be. From my perspective, what this really suggests is that Canada is leveraging its natural resources in a way that's both strategic and forward-thinking. With everything happening geopolitically, energy security, supply chain disruptions, you name it, Canada is in a unique position to capitalize on its resources while also setting a new standard for how these projects are executed. Charlene Johnson, CEO of Energy NL, said it best, Canada has what the world needs right now. And I couldn't agree more. But let's not forget the challenges. This is an $11.9 billion project, and the final investment decision isn't expected until 2027. That's a lot of money and a lot of time. And while the project is designed to benefit local communities, there's always the risk that expectations won't align with reality. A detail I find fascinating is the plan to build a large floating dry dock at Boam. It's not just about the oil, it's about creating infrastructure that will benefit the region for decades to come. So, what's the takeaway here? In my opinion, Bay du Nord is more than just an oil project, it's a statement. It's a statement about how energy development can be done in a way that's inclusive, forward-thinking, and strategically aligned with national and global interests. Personally, I think this project is a bellwether for the future of the energy industry. It's not just about extracting resources, it's about building economies, communities, and a sustainable future. And that, my friends, is what makes this project so fascinating. What do you think? Is Beidou not a model for the future of energy development, or is it just another oil project with a lot of promises? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching.